What's up, nation? Really appreciate you guys for jumping in and being part of this conversation, especially as it relates to Dak Prescott. I know, I know. I see you over there. I feel you over there. I understand. A lot of people got their biggest reservation on his shoulder and these sorts. Precautionary. And let Dak Prescott say it.
Yeah, just a little shoulder pain, a little shoulder soreness, I should say, and tightness. I felt it a little bit yesterday. I came out today, was going to work through it, and just felt I should be smart. I've got a long time to go, get a day of rest or so, and just get back at it. Didn't obviously want to push through something that could potentially make it worse, so everything's fine.
So I come here to tell you guys, pump the brakes. Understand that this thing could be 1 or 2 weeks at max. May not get a chance to see him in a full preseason game due to that shoulder situation. You do not want to rush it. Let me repeat, you do not want to rush this. This is a situation where you got to look back at it and say, okay, let's evaluate our backup quarterbacks, seeing if these guys can get on the same page with CeeDee Lamb. See if these guys can get on the same page with some of the other wide receivers. This is what we call football. This is what we call football, Cowboy Nation. And on top of that, think about this. This offense is looking really good, regardless. Hey, Kellen Moore is figuring things out, utilizing Ezekiel Elliott. We're seeing him catching the ball down the field more and more than ever. And on top of that, Cowboy Nation, think about this. I have a chance to see Tony Pollard to do his amazing things. So there's a lot of things that we can look back at and say, all right, cool. This thing finna work the best way. This thing finna rock, baby. It's finna go in the right direction. But I understand when we talk about the wide receivers, the offensive line, and the running backs, it's not like we talking about it, Dak Prescott. But Dak Prescott, I believe he'll be okay. Now, got to say this. Now, Dak Prescott appears to be a little bit more bulkier, muscular, if I can say it in that fashion, than most quarterbacks. I've seen a documentary before, could have been many years ago, of the reason why Tom Brady, I'm not saying that Dak Prescott should do this, but the reason why Tom Brady wanted to be more slimmer opposed to bulking up, putting on muscle, because of the elasticity of the muscle. Stretching out is better protected than a bulkier one, you know. So stretching those things out is different than having a chiseled guy. So maybe, just maybe, the quarterbacks for the Dallas Cowboy team don't need to be in a weight room, but need to be in a yoga room or somewhere where you can stretch things out. And I'm not saying that this should be the battle cry for the Cowboys to do those things, because I believe that's more of a personal decision opposed to looking at this thing and saying, okay, this is something that all NFL quarterbacks should do. Now, I could be 1,000,000% wrong, and I could be off on the documentary because it came out so long ago. And I believe he was talking about drinking kale and switching up diets and just being more flexible, basically. Y'all let me know. Y'all can post that down below of how you feel about Dak Prescott. And I know the haters still going to be the haters, but for those who just want some honest thoughts of this thing, post me your thoughts on that. Oh, I got to switch over to this defense talk too, Cowboy Nation. Malik Hooker, he lamented and said to the world, I am that game changer. Let me repeat. I am that game changer. And that goes a long way with me, Cowboy Nation. It goes a long way, because the reason why I say that is when we think about a game changer, somebody that can really look into this situation and say to themselves, all right, we down by a touchdown and we need somebody to step up to get a crucial interception, flip the field, take it back. You know what I'm saying? Get the ball back to the offense. That is what Malik Hooker is saying he's able to do. It makes you make one of those faces like, So I like knowing and hearing that part of it, Cowboy Nation. When somebody say, hey, I'm stepping out, I'm the game changer, I can flip the field. And on top of that, they got some stuff that they can showcase and prove that. Hooker, he got range. He got coverage ability, basically. He understands the defense. He can call out certain situations. And when you mix that in with the Monte KZ, it goes a long way, not a short way. It goes a long way, not a short way. So I'm looking at it like this, Cowboy Nation. Just pump the brakes a little bit. Defense going to be straight. And on top of that, when we think about not just the Monte KZ and Malik Hooker, look at Parsons, what he's able to do. Oh, excuse me, Randy Gregory. Although he got thrown around like a rag dog, I like the mindset. And how often will he go up against Tyron Smith? I said Tyron Smith, you know. So he don't go up against that guy often, right? So we got to put that into our mental capacity and our mental mindset and these sorts of things as well, Cowboy Nation. So this defense, I know this is just training camp. Remember, like I said, you can't get too high on it and you can't get too low on it. You can't look at this and say, well, this is where this team is headed. No. Just allow time for all of this stuff to gel together. And then we look back at it and say, all right, cool. Yeah, these boys are doing their thing. So that's how I look at it. That's how I feel of everything. So this offense and the defense, we're heading in the right direction. The only thing that I don't know of so far is the special teams. That's something we probably have to wait until probably week, but not even preseason. Well, you probably could say preseason, but that's probably something that we will still probably have to wait until like week 1, week 2 to see how the special team work its way out. And the defense, like I said last night on my live, I want this defense to be together on the same page, but we don't have to rush it. Let this defense slowly understand the reason why they're shooting blitz through A-gap, the reason why they playing in this particular zone coverage on this side of the field, and understanding when these guys get on the same page that, man, nothing can stop them. But that all takes continuity and let the right people win out and beat out in their positions. Now, some of those coverage looks, this is what I want to see before everything is said and done. We're seeing a lot of Keanu O'Neal trying to cover Ezekiel Elliott on his reps or what have you. I don't know why they keep matching those two up. Let me see some Jabril Cox out there covering Ezekiel Elliott. See if he can slow him down out there in the backfield. Let me see some of those things in training camp. Hopefully that will happen, but we will find out in preseason when everything really counts. And we'll see how this team formulate a good plan, draw up a good situation and scenario for everyone. Cowboy Nation. Post me your thoughts, post me your concerns down below of how you guys feel about Dak Prescott, I know. And how you guys feel about this defense, Malik Hooker saying that he is the game changer. And would you guys like to see more of the rookies covering Ezekiel Elliott? Because Keanu O'Neal, he getting used and abused out there. You need to figure this out. And still shout out to Dan Quinn, DQ, showing up and telling these young guys, hey, this is where you need to be at. This is how you really do in this situation. And this is what you must do in that situation. I love it. I love saying it, Cowboy Nation. Post me your thoughts, post me your concerns. That's all the time that I have for this beautiful moment. Be sure to like this content, subscribe if you watched it all the way to this point. Might as well hit that subscribe button, right? And let a friend, neighbor, foe know where to go when they want to tune into Cowboy Sports Talk and Beyond. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys. Go Dak Prescott. Shout out to Coach. Let's go. DQ.